Hey everyone, my name is TricksterShadow. Please ignore my facial hair. Just been in a depressive spiral for the past couple weeks, so ignore this. But I want to make a quick video because there was a patch for VHS today. Today being August 16th, 22. I just want to go over it. Just keep you guys in the loop of what's going on if you guys don't know. So the main thing of this patch is them adding in a new catalog, which is a new type of like cosmetic bundle. But I'm gonna loop back to that. Here's pictures of it. I'm gonna go over some of the patch notes because there was a little bit of a change with the game with this update. So we're gonna go over that, and then we're gonna go look at the cosmetics. So let's look through it. So we are on patch notes for build 1.0.71088. Always a mouthful. Known issues: when a feature store refresh occurs, not everyone will see the updated items. A workaround for this is leaving the screen and coming back. This does not occur all the time, and the team is currently investigating the cause, so sometimes the store will bug out, but just leaving the store and coming back fixes it. The Florida Wart trait has mismatched first-person arms, so there's a bugged cosmetic. Coordination cuties for Dollmaster's doll has been visually bugged skirt, another bug for the cosmetics, so really not that... It's just really all like store and like cosmetic-related bugs. Oh, good to see. It's good to see as in like there's no like really big known issues. Input bindings. 2 new weapon binding options have been added. Weapon select forward and weapon select backwards. Default X and Z on the keyboard. Additionally, training mode tables and TVs now utilize these bindings when interacted with. Oh, cool. Or key bindings. Can't be mad at that. Score screen. On the score screen, you'll be shown the number of hits each team has taken from the monster. Next is the health status. That's always good. So you can see that during the match with the HUD, but you can't see it in the post-game screen until now. So them changing that is always a good change. More information. Foreign customizations. Tags have been added to the store items to describe which characters are able to use them. Examples: Brett only, War only. It's always good. There's a bit of like confusion, like, oh, why, if I bought this cosmetic, why can't I use it on this character? So them displaying that is always good. Monsters. So this is one of the changes that they were talking about in the dev notes of the monster changes, monster buffs that they want to do to make monster feel a little bit better. When monsters are banished, all their cooldowns will be refreshed, which means that all their cooldowns they'll have all their abilities as soon as they respawn. That is good to see. I think that's just a blanket good thing. It makes monster feel a little bit better. You'll notice that they haven't gone through with the other things yet, and I think that's just because they're currently like taking a lot of people's feedback from when they put out the dev notes, currently adjusting the things to try to bring them more in line with what the community wants or what the community thinks would be better, and then they'll probably be releasing those features piecemeal over the next few patches. So we may see, like in the next patch, we may see another addition, and the patch after that may see another addition. I think that's how we'll most likely see it. So it's good. We got a monster change, which makes monster feel a lot better, in my opinion. Dollmaster simplified the art on the doll trap icons to make it easier to read for further distances. So I believe this is like the little like doll faces. You can more easily tell like if a doll is across the map or if a doll is like closer to you. A doll closer to you will have like a bigger icon, doll further away will have a smaller icon. I believe that's how it works. We got another change for Dollmaster. Stunning the Dollmaster's body directly with a weapon will now also reduce the doll trap count by 1. In addition, if all available doll traps were already placed on the map at the time, then the oldest doll trap will be destroyed. Developer notes. This change is to address situations where the Dollmaster could aggressively push against stun weapons with their body to remove them without losing any map pressure from their placed dolls. And so specifically, like the dev notes are saying, I've seen this a lot to where it'll be like the last stigma or last 2 stigmas. Like we've already gotten like 2 or 3 stigmas on the Dollmaster, and they know that nobody has a kill weapon at that point because there may be a lot of people that have made, like, say you have fire and shock left, and people have been really protecting the fire station and like protecting like any dolls that come by, and so you got the entire team to make fire weapons because that's the one that was the easiest to protect. And you go and you kill the Dollmaster with a fire weapon. Now only shock is left, and so you have 3 people with stun weapons, with burn weapons, and you have the 1 person that you had to use their weapon. Now the Dollmaster would just run around with his body and just hit everybody because he knows that there's no kill weapons, and so he just wants to use his body to get rid of all the stuns. And it leads to, if the Dollmaster is good enough, it leads to just the Dollmaster winning because there's just so much pressure that he puts his dolls by the shock stations and then just run around and eats all the stun weapons, and then eventually like nobody has any weapons, and then everybody loses. And so this is to address what I imagine the devs felt like was a bit of cheese. If you don't know what cheese is, kind of like a cheap strategy. Now, with this change, this is most definitely a nerf to Dollmaster. I kind of hope that they give Dollmaster a bone and give some quality of life, some little buff to Dollmaster, because Dollmaster has taken quite a few nerfs. I think a lot of the nerfs to Dollmaster, though, have been to make Dollmaster more fun to play against. So that's always good. I do think that they should probably adjust Dollmaster and give him something. I don't even know what, because Dollmaster is a bit of a hard character to bounce around just because of how unique their kit is. I think that giving Dollmaster some treat would be good. But it's, I mean, this is good for playing against Dollmaster. Makes Dollmaster a little bit more fun to play against. It's good to see. Weapons. The Spectra Plasmic Goo Gun Flamethrower skin sound effect when firing has been adjusted, and the Warp Flamethrower skin has a unique sound effect when firing. We can actually test this. Let's actually go into the lobby, the custom game. So this is the Spectra Plasmic Goo Gun. So let's go into a training mode. If you didn't know, you can do this if you have your weapons equipped, weapon cosmetics equipped. You can go in here. So let's go somewhere a bit quieter. Over here. Let's fire it. It's like a boiling cauldron. Kind of interesting. Let's try the other one as well. Very quickly switch it out. The Warp Flamethrower apparently also got adjusted, so let's see what it looks like. Or what it sounds like, rather. I love this Warp Flamethrower, it's so cool. It's kind of weird. Like a higher pitched wart scream. Interesting. Oh. Interesting that they changed it. Let me actually get out of here so I don't hear Dollmaster looping. It's, not looping, but this sound effect looping. Alright, pickups. When a choppy bar or Clash Cola is consumed by a team, the remnants will now be falling out of the hand to the ground to give other players an additional visual cue. There's now a unique sound effect when a team finishes searching a wastebasket, was the vending machine sound previously. As we'll check that out as well. Another good thing about the training room, we can check these type of things out. So the choppy bar, we're gonna have to get hit first. Let's go get hit very quickly. There we go. All right, let's eat it. I don't know if I really saw that. Maybe it was like in the front of me. We're gonna try that again. Another one out. Oh, Dollmaster. Oh no, I'm being bullied. Yeah, let's look at our Frank again. There we go. Case music stop. Let's eat it. So yeah, it drops like it's not that much of a visual cue. You can see it on the ground right there. Goes away after a little bit. That's a little like the plastic wrapping. Alright. Assuming the same thing happens for the cola. It drops it. So it's another, it's like a visual cue so that you can see. It'd be hard to pick up. I kind of wish that it would last a little bit longer though. That way if somebody uses the chompy bar Clash Cola from pretty far away, you can walk up to them and you can see it on the ground. And I kind of wish it glowed, possibly, to make it a little bit easier to see for the people that are hard of hearing. That's an interesting change. And then they said that the trash cans now have a unique sound. They used to have the same sound as the vending machine when you loot it. See what the sound is for this. That is much quieter. Kind of a, funny to say, but kind of a buff to trash cans. Now they're definitely not as loud. Interesting. Alright. Good changes. All right, then we got the journey. Reduce the minimum amount of aura you are required to spend in each act in order to proceed to the next act by 15%. So you need 15% less aura in order to progress to the next act, which means that you can like power through the acts much faster. It doesn't mean that you're getting more aura. It just means that these little end nodes, they require 15% less. So if you don't know this little progression you see, you need to gather, or you need to like spend so much aura on that journey, on that act, in order to finish it. And so now they're making it where you can finish it sooner. And the reason why, I was actually one of the people that suggested to the devs have this changed. I don't know if I'm the reason or if they thought it was a good change or what. But the reason why this is good is because if you're doing one of the movies for your character, it requires you to have like head trip rank 2, but you're not quite at the second act of the journey. Then like it kind of feels bad because you feel like you're locked behind the progression and you can't continue your challenges. So by them allowing you to get to the other acts much faster, you feel a little bit less locked behind. And so I think it's a good change. Makes the game feel a little bit better. And then spectrals. Spectrals now have a unique visual cue while in flight. Note that these effects are not active when the controlling scene is dead. And so I don't have any gameplay of this, but basically there's just extra effects. I know the I don't know if it had it before, but I know the Brett Space Monkey has like little like rocket boosters. Leo's Sock Monkey has like little particles that fly off him. Apparently Jess's Voodoo Doll has like a little purple mist around it. So there's different little effects for the unique spectrals. Cool. Matchmaking. This is a really huge one. Increase the timeout disconnect penalties applied to repeat offenders. I can't talk. Oh my god. So basically makes it to where if you DC a lot, then you get punished more. Bug fixes. Fix an issue where players could sometimes lose their place in the matchmaking queue without being notified, resulting in them not being able to get into a match until they cancel it and search again. So this is what they're talking about right here, is you queuing for like 30 minutes, not finding a match, and then you re-queue, and then within 5 minutes you get a lobby. And so they apparently figured out why it was causing that issue, and that is specifically fixed. There's not a fix for like all of the matchmaking issues, but that specifically is fixed. And so very slowly but surely they are fixing some of the queue bugs. So that's good to see. So if you're in a long queue, don't re-queue because it does believe this is fixed. I have heard from a lot of people that this is fixed, that it's performing a lot better than it was before. So it's good. Fix an issue where players that disconnect at the very start of the match would sometimes have their character remain in the match to be interacted with by others. So I've seen this a few times where like the actual player model would still be on the match, and as monster you'd be able to hit them and down them, and the teams would be able to pick them up, but they wouldn't be on the HUD. And this would be like if somebody DC'd like right before the load in, and so I'm guessing make it to where like the model doesn't spawn in anymore. Fix an issue where the bar timing a minigame was not working properly on the tutorials and training modes. Fix additional cases where the teams would get stuck in the rotate minigame searching objects. I did experience this in the last patch where I was doing a Book of the Dead and I couldn't get off until the monster hit me, so I'm glad that they fixed that. Fix an issue where the werewolf and dollmaster had their quotes flipped on the character selection. Interesting, okay. Fix some text spacing / formatting issues in the movie reward screens. Fix some spelling, adjusted formatting, added new forgotten films text. So there's just, I've seen this. It was basically like the movie titles were like flowing over some of the HUD. Fix an issue where the Funfetti shorts, four-side socks, marine socks, and gilded gray high tops were locked to specific teams when they should be universally available. Good. And fix an issue to where a red line would appear on the Pride gear when viewed at lower resolution. So, just some bug fixes. This is really the big bug fix right here. The actual queuing to when you're looking for a lobby, not when you're in a lobby, but when you're looking for a lobby, no longer bugs out. They do have to still fix dead lobbies, but I believe dead lobbies are a lot bigger of a kind of an effort to fix than a lot of people realize. But I do know that is something that is of their highest priority and that they're trying to fix and figure out. So yeah, not that huge of a patch, but looks like good things. I'm guessing that we're going to be seeing more of the monster changes soon. Probably adjusting them right now. But for the main part of this patch, because they did release a catalog, Endless Summer Catalog, And so they show like some of the cosmetics here. Like there's one for Brett and Faith. There's some of the monsters with heart sunglasses. Here's Leo and Faith. And then you got some more rainbow cosmetics. A shark war or Schwart or Shart one. Some floaties. So if you don't know, if you go to the store, you have the normal store. I lost my 100 flux bonus. I forgot to claim it one of the days. It's so sad. But you'll notice Endless Summer tab right next to the featured. There's 36 days left. It expires September 20-something. But if you look through, there are a lot of cosmetics. You got some cosmetic bundles, and then you have like a bunch of individual ones. I believe this is like $1.20. There's maybe $1. Yeah, I don't know. So $10 is 1,200 fan bucks. And so I assume this would be $1, right? So it's like $1 per shirt. Isn't that bad? Yeah, you got a lot of different stuff, and I think everything in the store is for Flux as well. I purchased all the monster stuff. Don't look at me. But there's a lot of cool stuff. There's sunglasses. There's little flip-flops for the different monsters. I love these. For the headpiece is not included. Like the little doll with the sunburn as well. Got some different traits. Of course, here's the flip-flops. You have these special cosmetics for all the characters. Very cool. Honestly, there's so much stuff. Then you have these little hats, little captain hats. I love the wart one. That is just so miniature. That's so good. And then you got these little swimming caps for Dollmaster, which are very cool. Shark wart, of course. Shark wart. So this is cool because it's 3 different pieces and a trait. You can see I have the shark head, but I have different like traits and everything. There's the shark arms, and there's the shark feet, and then there's also the trait that goes along with it that you can hook up differently. So I'm really surprised this isn't a costume. Very cool though. You got a tatted up werewolf. Got some tattoos on the biceps and got some tattoos on the arms. Very cool. You got a little like sailor boy Dollmaster. We got this. This is very cool. Puffy. This is an omen. The things that fly around when teens miss skill checks. Some more teen cosmetics. A lot of teen cosmetics. Got a lot of monster cosmetics as well. Barbershop quartet hats. I was trying to think of the word of this before. But yeah, barbershop quartet. Got some wart socks, which are adorable. Very cute. Got another trait, which looks really cool. Got a pink werewolf. There's a Dollmaster. Some lifeguard stuff, different shirts, different cosmetics. A lot of cosmetics. Like, it's still going. Of course, you got these I love the little swimming goggles for wart. So cute. You got the floaties, of course. You got to get the floaties. Very cute. And then we have this. I think this trait is really cool. I personally really like this. I just really like the yellow. You got another sunburn, but this one is kind of cool because the doll has a little play shovel. Yeah. A lot of really cool stuff. A lot of like small cosmetics as well. It's like $1 per cosmetic, or you can purchase them with a bit of flux. So it's really cool. So if you're looking for some unique cosmetics, or if you're trying to add something to your teen or monster, a lot of different options right now, and it goes away in 36 days. So if you're not really too jazzed about anything off the rip, then just let it sit there for a little bit and then come back. But man, I really do like the cosmetics. Like I have some of the cosmetics on for Leo right here. I play Leo quite a bit. This is my wart. I think my wart looks very, very cool. And if you're curious what the shark one looks like altogether, I can actually show you. Let me show you real quick. I believe this is the shark one. Put it all on. Why not? There's the shark head. It looks so cool. There we go. And the shark feet. This is what the shark wart looks like altogether. And then if you want to change the trait, you can change it to different colors, which I think is very amazing. It's one of my favorite part about monster cosmetics, that you can do this. Yeah, and then let's say like you didn't want to use like the you can take off this, put on the water wings, you can take off the lower, put on the socks instead, or put on any of these. Like let's put on like these sandals. So you can change it up a little bit. And of course here's Puffy, the Omen. yeah, there's a lot of different things. Like you can see my doll master looks a little bit different. I'm using the pink cosmetics, and I can always change like my pants. I can change them to different things. Like some of them change the pants. The one, yeah, this one changes the pants. These ones are just different changes to the feet. And then for the mid, you can also change the mid as well. Very cool. I do kind of hope, if I'm going to be honest with you, me, and however many people watch this video, I do kind of hope that they give more options for the monsters, because the monsters are pretty limited in their gear. I hope they expand the gear, because the teens, they have 9 different slots for gear and the monster only has 3. I do hope at some point they expand the slots for gear for monster, so like you can equip like the goggles as well as the different cosmetics. I imagine that'd be a lot of work. That may be something they do down the line. That'd be nice if they did change it. I'm actually kind of curious what this looks like. That's a bit freaky. But yeah, mainly cosmetic changes, a few gameplay changes, some bug fixes, good stuff to see. I am very excited for the future of this game. I think that there is a lot of good stuff that is on the horizon. Stay tuned. I think you guys will be very impressed about what you are going to see. A lot of good stuff about to come out of Hellbent. And I'm hoping that we see like the monster and the new content soon. And let's hope that we do. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. I will most likely be publishing a little bit more often now. I know I said that in the last video and then I uploaded for a couple days. But really, I've just been going through a depressive spiral, and I am just now coming out on the other side. A little bit of an update, since I did tell you guys about that in the last video. I had an appointment on Monday of this week, and I am going through different like avenues to speak to psychiatrists and everything and therapists. And so I'm making moves to put my mental space in a little bit more stable of a place, to where I can do consecration a lot more in a healthy manner. It wasn't really consecration that was affecting me that much, just my brain not making the right chemicals. But yeah, I'm hoping to be a bit better for you guys, so that I can entertain you guys a bit more and just be a better content creator all around. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching.